Hey guys, Mono here. Call of Duty registered trademark Modern Warfare registered trademark 2 Warzone 2.0 is out and I'm absolutely blown away by it. This entry into the series really puts the Call of Duty on the Call of Duty. I think there will be a before and after Warzone 2.0 for first-person shooters, as everyone else is going to really have to step up their game to achieve what Activision has done here. And as a side note, this might just be one of the manliest, most testosterone-infused gaming experiences that I've ever had. I swear my beard grew by half an inch by the time I was done with the first round. If you could slap a turbocharged V8 onto puberty, you would get this game. As a lowly South American, I've never felt closer to American freedom as I have when playing Call of Duty registered trademark Modern Warfare registered trademark 2 Warzone 2.0. But first things first, let's talk about the menu design, which I positively love. When you log in, you get a couple of intro movies reminding you of all the studios that worked in the game. So you know that literally thousands of people have worked on this. This comes from one of the biggest gaming corporations the world has ever known, and it truly shows. Keep this in mind later on when I compare this landmark human achievement of gaming to indie games, which are, well, they're just indie games, right? So, you know, pretty trash. Anyway, after the intro, we get some news and information about the game, which is always good to have, you know? You want to keep yourself up to date with the game, so that's awesome. And then we are finally in the menu screen, so you can start partying up with some friends, right? Well, no, you dum-dum, because you need to choose what game you're gonna be playing first, okay? I mean, considering there's like 3 different games here, it would be pretty stupid to just let you party up in this main menu without having chosen a game before that, right? So you first pick a game, then you party up. However, we did run into some issues here, so we had to use the Steam friends list instead to send our invites, but you know, I think some issues are to be expected given how many thousands of people worked on this game, so not everything is going to be 100% right at launch. But anyway, I don't want to spend all day talking about a menu because this is Call of Duty after all, one of the most macho, manliest, tough soldier simulation first-person experiences the world has ever known. Rest assured, the rest of the menu is all extremely easy to use and not at all convoluted in any way, shape or form. I played this with Pterodactyl and Redcoat Viking, links down in the video description for both their channels, 2 Call of Duty veterans, and we played some DMC mode first and then some Warzone 2.0. DMC is the Extraction Tarkov style game mode, and Warzone is of course the good old Battle Royale mode. First impressions on DMC and just the game in general. The graphics. Oh my god, guys, this is like, you know those games when you start playing and you just want to call whoever's in the house and tell them to just come over and look at how insane this game looks? Well, take a look at these textures. I don't think I've ever seen such mind-blowing texture work in a Call of Duty game before, or any other shooter for that matter. I was running everything maxed out on settings, and you can tell this is really gonna stress out your hardware. I mean, the level of detail here is just something you really wouldn't expect from a AAA game that was worked on by around 15 different studios. Compare this to a game like Hell Let Loose, and you clearly see the level of difference here. Remember, one is an indie game, and the other one is Call of Duty, man. But maybe World War III is a better comparison because that's also a free-to-play game in a Modern Warfare copyrighted trademark setting. So, you know, I'll just put up the videos here and you be the judge. You tell me down in the comment section which game looks better. It's pretty obvious, I would say. Alright, now let's talk about the gunplay because that's the #1 appeal of any of these games. And I gotta say, I really like what they've done with the gunplay here. You know how in some games, when you shoot, your gun will go up, start climbing and drift left or right, and you gotta try and control that with your mouse and learn how the different weapons behave and all of that? Well, Call of Duty has streamlined that entire process, so you pretty much aim and shoot and don't really have to worry much about recoil, pretty much at all. So instead of, you know, needing to spend the hours to get better with the weapons that will put other people at a disadvantage, this is a much better approach. There is a little bit of recoil, but whether you play with a mouse or a controller, you don't really have to think about it too much. You can instead focus on really taking in those visuals, really chugging down those graphics like a frat boy in a sorority party. It's really easy to notice the difference when shooting each of the weapons because they all look different. So if you have an assault rifle and then you switch to a light machine gun, you'll be able to tell right away because it's a different gun model. TTK is pretty high, meaning it takes a lot of shots to kill someone, which is awesome because it encourages you to go full auto and just dump all your bullets at once, which is a lot more fun than just being rewarded for having proper aim. This also makes the controller a better option than using a mouse because the auto aim will make it easier to track your enemies while you're dumping your entire mag. Now, I'm a mouse and keyboard player, but I really appreciate the more laid-back controller experience for a fast-paced shooter like this, which is why starting tomorrow, I'll be dumping my mouse and start using a controller instead. As I mentioned earlier, we played DMC first, which is the new Tarkov-like game mode. In this mode, there is a whole lot of AI, and I mean like a whole bunch of AI. They are all over the place, and they also drop in helicopters pretty much all the time. So PvP seems like a secondary focus here, given how much time you need to spend just shooting the AI, and I think that's a really fantastic choice. In other extraction games, there's too much downtime, you know, like you might go a few minutes without actually having to shoot something, and it's such a downer. As a Call of Duty player, I really want that constant dopamine hit, you know? I mean, it's called the shooter for a reason, right guys? If I wanted to not shoot something, then I would go play chess, right? And you also get rewarded for pretty much anything you do, which really pumps me up as well. I was playing with a sniper and got some bonus XP from a 50-meter long kill I got, so it hit me with that long-range shot XP. And some elitist out there might say like, hey, 50 meters isn't really a big distance, but you know, the fire rate on the sniper is like much lower than the other weapons, so I think it's good that they reward you for using them, right? Warzone felt pretty much like the old Warzone. It had a really cinematic, dramatic frame drop at the beginning when they show the plane go by, which some people would complain about, but I think it really serves to accentuate how cool the game is. In any case, that's pretty much all I have to say about Call of Duty Registered Trademark Modern Warfare Registered Trademark 2 Warzone 2.0. Would I recommend this game to any Hella Deuce players or World War III players or players of other tactical games? Absolutely no, because there's no way you ever go back to those games after engaging with such a clearly superior first-person shooter experience. So if you enjoy those games, then you probably never want to play this. Alright, that's gonna be it guys. As always, make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more content, and I hope I will catch you in the next one. Oh. I put like a C4 on the safe?
Oh! Alright. Fucking I'm on it.